Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Groupup Podcast. My name is Ozdragon, and on today's episode, I am joined by AussieBirb. Today, we're going to dive into some topics of how important sound and music is in gaming, and getting an idea from somebody who is partially deaf. We also talk about what things impact gaming in a negative way, and where we see the future of gaming. We hope you enjoy this episode of the Groupup Podcast. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you everybody for listening. Enjoy the podcast. Just a quick announcement before we start the podcast. Go over to our merch store right now and buy yourself some merch. That's right. We have some awesome merch up for grabs right now. All proceeds going towards a charity. So go over there, pick up some merch. It's going towards a great cause. There's no excuse not to buy any. And there's only a limited edition. Okay, this is limited edition. We only have 1 month left. That's right, 1 month left of this merch, and then it won't be available anymore. So go over there, buy yourself some merch, and thank you once again everybody for all the support that you've been giving lately. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Groupup Podcast. G'day ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ozdragon, and today with me on episode 7 of the Groupup Podcast I have AussieBirb. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing. How are you?
Yeah, can't complain, mate. How was your weekend? What did you get up to?
Nothing much. I've mostly slept because I had a bit of a cold over the weekend, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Doing better now?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, that's good to hear, mate. Alright, so let's get into it.
Well, I'll start with my streaming because I'm not really too sure what I want to do with my streaming yet. I'm sort of, at the moment, I've been enjoying playing Apex, which has been quite fun.
Yep.
But I usually, I have played a lot of Minecraft on my streams, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've done so far on stream. I've tried to do single player games, but I find a struggle on trying to keep the content interesting at the same time as the game.
Yep.
But yeah. And, well, my interest, obviously, games and playing games with people and your friends. I have a interest in insects and scorpions and all that.
Yeah. I think you're posting some photos about like your insects and scorpions that you keep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had posted them. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think.
Yep.
So,
what about like some goals that you're wanting to like reach within the next couple of years?
well, I want to reach more people. So, my idea for streaming is I want to help people who struggle with a disability or something, and like how I had an issue with trying to get people to connect with me because I'm deaf, and it sort of, you wouldn't think it would cause an issue, but I guess it kind of caused an issue with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely outreach would be my idea.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome that you would, want to help people with that going on in their lives, I suppose, because I don't know, I feel like some streamers probably don't realize that people, have those kind of I don't know what the word is for it. I kind of want to use like disability, but I don't know if it's really a disability, but yeah, like those kind of things. I know that I know that a couple of streamers that I watch have the like talking and it comes up with the words on the screen or whatever, but sometimes it doesn't really work very well. Like what they're talking about, it just like comes up with like random words and it doesn't really make sense when you're reading it.
Yeah, I know with like YouTube subtitles, like sometimes I don't use YouTube subtitles because it's like majority of the time it doesn't make sense to what the actual person's saying. Yeah. Where you have Netflix subtitles, which I guess it's probably because they're paid to subtitles, like,
Yeah. That's I don't know, it's a weird kind of situation, I suppose, but we'll get into it a bit more later. I think there's a question in there.
Yeah.
All right, so this is like a question that I wanted to spring on you. Obviously, because your name is like AussieBirb, and as everybody knows, birds aren't actually real; they're drones. And on your Discord, you stated that you're a like a government drone spying on everybody. So I was just like wondering why are you spying on us, and like what do you want from us?
Yeah. Yeah, well, obviously I'm programmed to do so I had no choice. Also, I heard the pay's pretty good, but as a drone, I wouldn't know.
Nah, just as like a drone bird, you don't get paid.
No.
Oh goodness me. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to like just chuck that in there as like a little joke, because I don't even know what happened to that Twitter page about the birds aren't real or whatever. I don't even know if that's still going or not. But yeah, that was like a big meme for a while.
Oh, I still try to keep it a big meme.
Yeah. I also don't have this written down, but you also have a bird or a couple birds or something.
So I do have a couple of birds.
Yeah, do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, I got a little cockatiel. She's not really that little, but she likes to steal people's hearing aids and earrings and try to eat people's phones and and I got 5 budgies as well.
Oh wow,
but
awesome.
They kind of just sit in their own cage and do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
They don't like people.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty awesome. I haven't owned birds myself before, but yeah, I've had a couple of friends that own birds, and yeah, they
definitely a fun experience.
Yeah, they can definitely get up to a bit of mischief when they're out of the cage.
They're very smart.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember actually, and it was a funny story, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching Crisis stream.
Yep.
And then some smartass came in and said, "Hi, I'm new to stream." And then if I didn't invite to the Groupup channel eventually, after a while of talking, which I don't really remember what it said.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I came across Groupup.
Oh goodness me! It always seems to be like the same people whenever I ask these kind of questions. Like it's either like Crisis or like Shriek or somebody like that that always introduces people into the like community and Discord and stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear everybody's stories on like how they came across Groupup and yeah, like are you enjoying it in there? Like what do you think about it, and do you think that there's anything that we could improve on in there by any chance, or do you think it's alright?
Not that I can really think of, but I definitely really enjoy Groupup, and it's really one of the first communities that I felt whole in, I guess, felt welcome in properly. So an active community anyway.
Yeah.
Where usually you kind of just left in a corner and to collect dust or something.
Yeah, I've some of the other people that I've talked to have kind of had that similar experience. Like Albatross, who we had on last week, was saying the same thing, is that when he was first came into the community, he was instantly welcomed by like a lot of people. It wasn't just like the moderators or myself. It was just other people that were in the community, and from there he's like grown to get to know a lot of other people and create new friends and stuff, which is awesome to see, and what we set out to do in the community. So yeah, it's good to see.
Definitely.
And yeah, like obviously we have like a whole range of like different things in the Discord. It's not like just like gaming per se. You know, we've got like the
It's
cosplay
like
and everything else.
pets, food, and
Yeah,
art,
yeah,
cosplay, is another thing. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely a wide range community.
Yeah, yeah, and like the mental health part as well, which we have in there as well,
Yeah,
which
I feel like that has potential to help a lot of people.
yeah. So we're just like, well, I'm personally trying to think of like different ways on how that could be used a little bit better, because recently we have had a fair few people posting there, like yourself and some of the other community members, just like talking about different experiences and stuff. And there's other people in there that have talked and helped supported them and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know if it really needs improving, but yeah, it's kind of like an aspect that we're kind of
I think for now it's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. No,
Just
awesome.
because it's not. I don't know. I think for now it works really well.
Yeah.
And even like people that just look at the chat and don't post anything in there, they can help gain a lot of help from what other people have said
Yeah.
to someone.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll have to see what comes from it, I guess, and we'll just keep on getting different ideas from different members and whatnot, and see what comes from it. But yeah, like you said, at the moment it's working, and people are supporting one another, so yeah, we can just go from there, I guess. Obviously, you've said in the Discord that you have like trouble hearing, and like how do games adapt to help people that have like hard of hearing, or we can even like dive into people that have like physical disabilities, like they don't have like a hand or something. So how do you feel games have adapted to help people with disabilities play?
Ain't so much games, but gaming equipment.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was watching this one kid on Twitch at one stage who was missing a hand, and he was playing Fortnite, I think it was.
Yeah.
But he had like a custom keyboard for his missing hand, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I think was brilliant the way they do it, and especially I know myself that I don't need to wear headphones and all that, because I can connect my hearing aids directly to computers or phones or anything.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
And cheaper as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's probably the main thing, that technology has evolved, I guess the word would be, to help people like myself or other people with disabilities. So to help them play and enjoy the life of gaming. So
yeah. Far out. That's awesome. Like I don't know, like to be honest, I haven't like really looked into like hearing aids or anything, and then when you said that you could connect your hearing aids like straight to the computer and hear straight to there, like it didn't even occur to me that like things like Bluetooth or whatever, like that hearing aids could do exactly that. Like I don't know, like but yeah, it's pretty cool that technology is advanced like so much, and there are people and companies out there willing to help people that have those
unfortunately sometimes they put those type of things at a higher price, which can like not call out anyone, but the healthcare in America is very expensive from what I've seen. But yeah, it's a lot of people that want to help, but then the company wants to make profit off that, so
yeah,
they do that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame.
It definitely is, but it's a part of life, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's weird to think about, because you'd think that companies that are, wanting to help or actually help, would, have those at, similar prices to people that just have like headphones or earphones or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of weird that people are out there to profit off of these kind of things, and thinking more about money instead of the people that they're trying to help. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very 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 odd, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's just human nature, and it's just like
Human nature, greed
yeah,
to own the world or whatever.
yeah. So obviously with your hearing issue, do you normally have like sounds and like music going on? Like, is that important to your gameplay, or do you just like have like subtitles, or like I think on the is it on your streams that you have that little like thing down in the corner that pops up with like if a pig makes a noise in Minecraft or whatever, that it tells you? Is that you?
Yeah, I personally don't use the subtitles in Minecraft because I find them a little bit annoying.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because I don't want to know when I hear every pig.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like in game, like story games, I love using subtitles. It really helps me get into the story more when you actually know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, definitely. But I don't really have the best attention span when it comes to electrical work and stuff. So I usually, well, like today I was on some classes and I was listening to some music and I actually managed to stay awake for all classes.
Yeah, far out.
But yeah,
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling of not having like a very big, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I kind of was that kid at school that, yeah, was kind of the same, and just like didn't really bother with it, and kind of just like did, drawings and stuff in my books, because I don't know, it was just like so boring, in my opinion.
yeah,
But
yeah, definitely.
yeah, I don't know. I was kind of like that person that learnt better with like more hands-on, so I was good at like woodwork and welding and all that kind of stuff compared to, like maths or English or whatever, where I'm reading all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so obviously like sound and music and that kind of stuff isn't like a huge deal to you. You kind of just like focus more on like what's actually happening, I guess.
I mean, even if I'm just cleaning, because I have to clean the stick insects enclosure quite a bit.
Yeah.
Instead, so I'll often listen to a podcast, the Groupup one usually if they are available.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I usually will listen to music or whatever. Cause I'm not very good at cleaning, so when I have music going, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, we'll just dive back into how technology has adapted and all that kind of stuff. Like obviously you said that you saw somebody that had a keyboard that was designed for their lack of a hand or whatever. I've seen there was also another streamer or gamer or something that didn't have hands at all. I think it was like chopped off like around here on both sides, and what he did was that he actually like used a device that could be like put in front of his face, and the different ways that he like blows or sucks or moves his mouth would determine the way that the character in his game would like move around and shoot or do different things, which was kind of a super interesting thing to look at and see and watch, because yeah, like in no way would I be able to think of even doing something like that. And to be honest, he was probably a better player than what I was, and he was just using his mouth.
Yeah, I haven't actually heard about that one, but that sounds really awesome. Was it like a custom build, or
Yeah,
was it done up by a company?
Oh goodness me, I have no
If
idea,
you
to
know.
be honest. Yeah, I'll have to look back into it, but I think it was like a year or a bit ago that I saw the video on like Facebook or YouTube or something. But yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who built it or anything. All I saw was just like him just talking about like his past and all that kind of stuff, and then him getting into like gaming and streaming and having this device like just put in front of his face. And yeah, just it was remarkable to see that kind of the way that he just like uses his face to play a damn game. Like, yeah, and like I said, he was like really good at the games as well, so it would have taken a lot of practice. And yeah, it was just
Definitely a lot of practice.
yeah, like you were saying before, it's just interesting to see how far technology has evolved and is like willing to help out people that have these disabilities and stuff to stay not stay, but like to do things that they're interested in, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know, like I'll have to try and find that video and post it in the Discord or something. But
Cool, I'll definitely give that a watch.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely interesting to watch, and I don't remember too much about it. All I remember was just like was that bit. But yeah, I think I ended up checking out his stream afterwards as well. But yeah, it's pretty amazing how far technology is willing to go and help out other people. Like yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen like too much else with disabilities and all that kind of stuff in the gaming world. I don't know if you've seen much else. And there goes my dogs in the background.
Like there is a lot of disability that's more of a inside disability.
Yeah.
That you really don't notice it unless you're looking.
Yeah.
Or if someone tells you, obviously.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of disabilities are very what's the word? Well, a lot of disabilities are an inside issue and not an outside physical you can see issue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I don't know, is there like I don't know if you'd know much about this, but like off the top of your head, or is there like any games out there that kind of help people that have those kind of inside disabilities that you know?
Not really that I can think of at the top of the head, but there is probably some game out there.
Yeah. I know that when I was working with disability kids, when I was working with disability kids a couple of years back, I was just and these were kids from the ages of 5 to 18. So I was just talking to them about different things, and a couple of the kids find like gaming a way of like stress relief or whatever, but then it's like if they are like told to go clean up their room or whatever and get away from the game, then they get mad at their parents and all that kind of stuff, which is a different topic. But that's kind of how those kids were, because they have those outbursts and all that kind of stuff, which is part of their different disabilities. But yeah, they were also talking about like in schools they had different like programs and like tablets and stuff which helped them learn with different things. It's not really like gaming, but
like educational games. Or
yeah,
whatever.
Educational gaming. Yeah. So
when I was in that younger age group, they were just starting to bring those out. Most of them were garbage, but for their time, they were the most advanced stuff that you could get.
Yeah, Yeah.
especially for children with strict parents as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, they were kind of like talking a little bit about that, which is pretty cool to see that technology again and gaming is like helping people with disabilities learn a bit more easy. And I also had a girl that I was looking after that had with her a tablet, and because she couldn't speak, she could only like mumble,
Yeah.
and could do like some hand signals. But me, getting thrown in the deep end, I didn't really know like any, hand signals or anything for
Which,
anything.
yeah,
So, yeah, she had a
got a text to speak program.
yeah, she had yeah, she had a tablet which had yeah, like a text to speech thing. So she'd put in the words that she wanted to tell me, and then it would come up and tell me like what she wanted to do or whatever. So um, there were some times where she was like a bit confused about like who may be picking her up after school or something, or what she was doing throughout the day. So you'd be able to like tap on the tablet and tell her like, oh, this is who's picking you up, or this is what you're doing today. You click on, going to the pool or whatever, going for a swim, or sports or whatever. And yeah, it was like a really easy and simple way of communicating with her, because obviously she couldn't speak to me, and I didn't know any hand signals or anything. Like she could kind of understand me when I was just like talking to her, but she'd always like continue asking like what's happening until I like put it in the tablet, and then she'd understand more. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I know. I remember. I think it was America's Got Talent. There was some comedian guy who had the same thing. And he was like taping it. Well, if I remember correctly, he had all like everything written out already.
Yeah.
For the show, but it's still the same context, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. I don't think I've actually seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I just came across it on Facebook.
I feel like that's like half of what where people find things is just like scrolling through Facebook or Instagram
Facebook,
videos.
YouTube,
yeah, because like you could literally just sit there for like hours and just like scroll through, and you wouldn't even like, you don't even realize that an hour's gone past until you look at the time. It's like,
yeah.
oh, I just spent like an hour watching Facebook videos.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like nowadays I don't really do that anymore, because nowadays on Facebook it's all movie themes and stuff, and it's not actually, you can't find the actual good stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's true. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, but I just wanted to put a quick announcement in here. Go over to Quantum Energy and get yourself 10% off your next purchase. That's right. You can go over to Quantum Energy. They have some awesome flavors over there of energy drink. They have berry, apple, and I believe they're going to be announcing a new one very soon. So go over there, get yourself 10% off by using the code GROUPUP. They've been fortunate enough to help us and our community, so why not go over there and help them? So thank you very much for listening to this little announcement, and we're going to get right back into the podcast.
Well, short answer, yes. I have personal experience with that. Like, in real life, I can't, well, everything's real life, but in like a face-to-face conversation, I can find, like, I'm really good with a face-to-face conversation with a one-on-one, but if I'm in a group of people, I'll just stand there quietly because I can't really hear what's going on, and then obviously I just sit there awkwardly and stare at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely with one-on-one, it makes it a lot easier to do groups and stuff, because, well, you're hearing them right out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Like when I started streaming, I was really quite shy, I guess you could say.
Yep.
with online talking and stuff. And like even in classes, I'll just sit there quietly, and the teacher asks me a question, I'll put it in the chat box.
Yep.
But now I will happily just turn on my mic and chat a conversation. But yeah, definitely gaming, streaming, and all that. It can help some people, but it has to be the right people, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel the same. When I first started, gaming and streaming, I was that awkward, shy kind of person as well. I didn't really talk to many people unless it was through, gaming or whatever. Through school and stuff, I was part of, like the nerdy group kind of thing where, we didn't really like talk to any girls or like anybody else apart from just the other nerds, really. But yeah, then I like started streaming, started to get to know a lot more people, and the more that you talk, I feel like it comes out easier when you're face to face or whatever with other people. So when I first started streaming, I was just like super awkward, didn't really know what the hell I was doing, and then eventually like when people come into the streams and start like chatting in the streams, and then you're talking back and forth, and it just like continues from there, and then like obviously getting to know more people, and then you're more comfortable with those kind of people online. It definitely can be a good way to increase like your social skills and like talking as well. So like your speech, like if you're doing what's the word for it? Like presentations or whatever, like doing that kind of stuff. It just it becomes more easy, because I feel like with this is my own opinion, okay? So with streaming, you're pretty much you're still yourself, but you're like a different type of yourself, I suppose, in a way. So you're constantly talking, and you're pretty much like saying what you're thinking or whatever. And then when it comes to like presentations or whatever, like I said before, and public speaking, what I normally do to help, because I was awful with public speaking and stuff in school. Like I absolutely hated it, being in front of the class and talking. But after streaming and being comfortable with talking in front of like people online and all that kind of stuff, I was able to like with public speaking, pretty much pretend to be somebody else. Like I was still myself, but I was like that.
You're playing a character of yourself.
Kind of playing character of myself. So I was like, well, I'm gonna be this confident, but like not stuck up kind of confident. Like I'm gonna be confident, like I've got all this stuff written down. I know this. I can tell these people about this. I know like everything that I've researched over so many, the time period or whatever. So I'm gonna go out there and absolutely, like kill it. And then it's like it's so much easier just to talk in front of crowds and stuff when you're pretending to be somebody else, I suppose, and thinking that you gonna kill it and be better at it, I suppose. I don't know, it's like it's kind of like hard to explain, but yeah, that's kind of like how
I get you
got into it. But I feel like gaming and streaming definitely helped with my like it gave me a boost of confidence with that kind of stuff, for sure. But
boosting being a human.
yeah. But obviously, as you can probably tell, and in some of the other streams and podcasts, I should say, that I definitely have some sometimes where I'm just like lost for words, and I'm just like, I go back into that like awkward stage, and I'm like, oh, freaking hell, like
That awkward later.
yeah, I'm like, oh god, like I've stuffed this up so bad, but
What do I do? What do I say?
yeah, exactly. So I don't know, like that's why I always like write out questions beforehand and all that kind of stuff, because
Yeah, good idea.
yeah,
Definitely.
so if I was to like wing it, like a podcast, unless it's like with maybe 3 or 4 other people that can like ramble on for ages, Bones and Zuna, but
Couple people in mind.
yeah, but like yeah, if there was other people there to help continue on the conversation, then maybe I could pull out a podcast out of my ass, but yeah, it's I don't see it happening on like a one-on-one kind of thing, because I'm definitely not confident enough to do that unless there's like a couple of questions written down beforehand.
Yeah, definitely hard to do something like this. Because you just gotta, well, free winging it is definitely hard.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of podcasts that they have the questions written down already, and they tell the person, these are the questions, and answer them however you want to.
Yeah.
But basically, the people on the show get the free wing it to.
Yeah.
But the host doesn't.
No, not so much. But yeah, I don't know. Like I've said to other people on the podcast, like Albatross and stuff, is that this podcast, we have questions that are pretty much generic questions that anybody could really answer. Sometimes we try and make them more specific to the person, like you and your hearing. But yeah, every answer that somebody gives, if somebody doesn't agree with that, then it doesn't really matter too much, because we're trying to be a community that is inclusive of everybody.
To their own opinion.
Yeah, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So yeah, I don't know, like if somebody was to say something just like I don't know, like I'm not going to give any examples, but like if somebody was to say something where I'm sitting here like, what the F is like going on here? Like, oh my god, please shut up. But no, I wouldn't tell them to, I wouldn't tell them to shut up, because it's their, it's their right to speak how they were, unless they were specifically like targeting like somebody or something, then I'd probably tell them to, calm down. But we haven't
down a little bit.
Yeah, but we haven't had that issue, so it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah. Probably help that everyone is so open-minded and really just willing to help each other. So
yeah, exactly, definitely. But yeah, no, it's been pretty good so far. And I feel that the emotional side of gaming and being social online and stuff, going back to like the mental health part of it with our community, is that people have posted in their struggles that they're going through or have been through and all that kind of stuff. So they're bringing out their emotions to other people, and then the people in the community are there to help support them, and sending them messages of support and comfort and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome to see. So obviously they're with online gaming communities and other different aspects, I feel that there is an emotional help
attachment
there. Yeah,
yeah,
and attachment.
Yeah.
Which is really good to see. But yeah,
definitely.
So I suppose that answers that question.
This is a tricky one, actually. I feel like definitely greed would impact it.
Yeah.
Like how they recently brought out the GTA 5 again for the new next gen consoles.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like that would affect it some way or
Yep.
other.
Yep. Going into
The more big game.
Yeah, I just want to before I don't know if you were going to go into something else, but with the greed topic, I was going to say with I don't know who owns the game, but Star Wars Battlefront 1 or 2 or whatever it was, where they brought out the loot boxes and all that kind of stuff, and was pretty much a pay to win game. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the game is pretty much like rised up and was just like, this is like a terrible idea, like what the hell were they thinking? And then they changed their way of doing things or whatever. But yeah, obviously like greed pretty much just like ruined that gaming franchise like straight away. So yeah,
it kind of makes it hard. Like I find a lot of mobile games, they make it that you either play the game for 100 hours or you complete your goal with the small price of $100.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like that's a bit worrying. The gaming industry charging money to do basic things like I don't know, just like taking away content from the game. Like only time I really see loot boxes as an alright thing is when it's like a skin that doesn't really affect the game or any way. And it's just like a skin so you can flex on everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that majorly the main thing that I think will ruin gaming industry in the future. But yeah. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I feel that. Yeah, going back to kind of like what we were saying before about companies being greedy and all that kind of stuff. So, I can definitely understand if it continues down that track, like I said with that Star Wars game or whatever. As soon as people realized that it was like pay to win and all that kind of stuff, that they just like gave up on the game and it was like dead within a couple of weeks. So if I don't feel that the companies that are out there making games and stuff at the moment are going to go down that track, but if they were to, like you said, it would definitely ruin gaming for sure. Definitely, yeah. But
like I know like companies like EA, they are starting to fix their issues with the pay to win loot boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
But that we see on the game Apex, it's sort of, well, it's still kind of money to get the best skin kind of thing, but it's not. You have to spend money to be able to play the game, basically.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I don't know. I wanted to also. Oh my god, my dogs are going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear them, but but
sleeping on the
bed. Yeah, like another thing that I find that would be a negative impact on gaming is news outlets. Just because of the amount of shit that we've seen on the news about gaming over the past five or so years. Just more so points being that like their biggest clickbait titles are pretty much video games cause violence, video games aren't good for kids, and all that kind of stuff. So that is like targeting the parents to stop buying games and consoles and stuff for their children. And obviously like children are going to be a huge sell point with consoles and gaming and stuff. So yeah, I feel that news outlets and stuff is definitely going to
definitely the target
impact that kind of thing. But I feel that I don't know, like with my generation, and I don't know about you guys as well, but I personally don't watch any television. Like
Same.
yeah, I've got like Netflix on my phone and computer and stuff, so I don't really do that. But so really, I feel that news and all that kind of stuff is just gonna hopefully die out because nobody really bothers with that kind of stuff anymore. So people are waking up and realizing that the amount of crap that they say on the news now is pretty much clickbait titles, and it's got to be oh, we've got this new headline, let's just like pump it out. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. We've got to be the first to tell this story, make sure that it comes out first on our news channel or whatever. We don't care who it affects or anything like that. So yeah, like people are realizing that news now is I mean there's some good news, and there's obviously like a lot of bad news. So
media has a lot of negative reaction to people in mental health issues. So I know, like, the media has to be very strict on what they report and whatnot. So a while ago, they reported on someone committing suicide on a bridge, and then other people went to did it as well because, well, fame, I guess, or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
All right.
the media is just as bad as in, well, if video games do cause violence, the media is just as bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
They promote these things, I guess, in a way.
Yep. No, I could definitely understand that. Yeah, and stuff like this is kind of off topic a little bit, but yeah, going on like what you said, like things like murders and shooting and all that kind of stuff, that they like to say the person's name that committed these things. Like you should, in my own opinion, is that you shouldn't give a name to the person that committed the crime. They should just be nameless. They shouldn't get any kind of fame or anything. They should just be known as nothing, because they don't deserve that kind of publicity at all.
Yeah, even like just not showing their face either.
Yeah,
in a way, like I don't know, blowing out their face or whatever. But it just promotes it in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then other people are like, well, that person got famous for doing this, I'll do it as well, kind of thing. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in the coming years, but hopefully, in my opinion, I feel that gaming is just going to continue, skyrocketing, because obviously,
gaming's not going to die out.
No, but
it's definitely going to keep going. It's just a matter of how, when it's going to blow up or whatever.
Yeah.
Not that. Well, it's already blown up,
Yeah. But I don't know, like everything, there's always going to be two sides to something, and there's always going to be somebody that's going to judge and, be against gaming and, say that it's evil. I know that I have a cousin that has 6 children and absolutely hates gaming. Like none of their kids is allowed to play on their phones or consoles or anything, and I'm like, how do your kids even survive?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that in modern time because of how much more dangerous the world is.
Yeah.
So that's really another big thing with gaming for kids.
Yeah.
The outside world's a dangerous place. Everything wants to kill you out there. Where inside you're safe, and on your computer, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, any of those, and you can still get the same imagination and enjoyment out of some game.
Yep.
Like Minecraft, there's crazy amounts of imagination used in it.
Yeah.
And some amazing builds that I'll never be able to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of understand where my cousin's coming from, where they want their kids to be outside and more active and, doing sports and all that kind of stuff. But I was brought up doing all that kind of stuff. Like I went camping every summer, for a couple of weeks. I was away from, technology. I, played sports in schools and did all that kind of stuff. But I was still, playing video games on the weekend. Like I was pretty much told that I cannot play throughout the week. That was time to do homework, and I was allowed to play on the weekend, but it was like scheduled until I was like a certain age. So, it was only like a couple hours here, a couple hours there, or whatever to play games. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know my parents were quite very strict in that sort of way. Like, I was allowed to play on games on school days, but I was only allowed to play for like an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
But on weekends, I was allowed to play as much as I like.
Yeah. And I feel like, there has to be like a compromise with kids and parents, Obviously, kids have to, get their homework done. They've got to, have good grades and all that kind of stuff. Schoolwork, yep. And if that's going well, then the parents, should be
gaming as a reward.
Yeah, give gaming as a reward if that's what their children choose to do. Yeah. Because obviously not every kid is like, wanting to play video games all the time. They might want to, play sports or whatever. But there always I feel like there has to be a compromise in my opinion anyway. But yeah. Michelle Piper. Sorry about that. I don't know what they're barking at, but
probably a cat or something.
Probably, yeah. They literally bark at any noise that happens. So.
Personally, in my hope is that they make a hard drive big enough to be able to store Call of Duty, because that's a very big one. And games don't get like too much bigger. Otherwise, honestly, it'll take like you have to have one drive for each game.
Yeah.
But that's what I personally hope, because I don't like downloading and deleting games to just be able to play one game.
Yeah.
But I don't see, like, I know this has been covered a couple of times over here, but I don't see VR really going to be, I don't think it's going to be a next big thing, because a lot of people, they get nauseous sickness and whatnot from it.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be like a cool trend that doesn't really die out.
Yep.
And kind of more for the rich kids.
Yeah, yep.
But yeah, honestly, it probably console gaming, I think, is going to reach a peak eventually and overthrow PC gaming.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay. Yep.
Just because it's just so much more convenient and cheaper to have a console than paying $1,000 for your computer, paying $100 for your keyboard and mouse, maybe.
Yep.
And obviously a couple $100 for your screen and whatnot.
Yep. Where
it's just like PC gaming is really high tier and there's a lot more games on PC. But when they're so expensive to actually be able to play these games, it's kind of hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I reckon console gaming is gonna take a peak.
Yeah.
Like even the Nintendo Switch, that was a pretty successful console.
Yep.
Because it's basically a portable PlayStation or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where I see it going.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I kind of agree with you. Yeah, with you there. Yeah. I know that like places in like Asia and stuff where they're like obviously in like units and all that kind of stuff, they don't have the space to have like a giant desk or whatever that can hold like a PC setup. So they normally have just like the simple Xbox, PlayStation or Nintendo Switch or whatever, which is what they normally go to over like a computer really, because and I don't know, maybe it's like the same with like university setups or whatever. Like obviously there's not much space in like a small compact unit to have like big PCs,
especially when there's two people in the one room.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah. So yeah, I feel that like consoles and that kind of stuff obviously just isn't going to die out like anytime soon. And yeah, I agree with like the VR kind of thing. I don't think it's going to be like the next huge advanced thing towards gaming or anything. It's just going to be one of those cool kind of things that people can play and get into and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I feel that if it going back to episode 1 with Darksider and stuff, how they said that it could be used for educational purposes. I feel that if it was, to move to more educational purposes over gaming, and that it would have like a bigger like range to help, and I don't know, like for people to buy as well, I suppose, because I feel that if it was used more for educational purposes, it would be a lot more in demand as well, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen. I can't remember what country, but I remember seeing this video where they use a video game to put soldiers in the field, I guess, to see how they will deal with each situation and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, and I thought that was quite cool. But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. I think that gaming and education is going to be kind of tied together. And like we were talking about before, how disability kids use like certain games to help them learn different things better. It's going to be kind of like in balance with each other as technology continues to advance. But I don't really know what the future is going to hold with like different consoles, or what the next big thing's going to be.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think that consoles or PC or anything like that is just like gonna die out anytime soon. It's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and we'll probably have like a Xbox or we're gonna have like a PlayStation 15 by then or something like that. So
who knows where the Xbox goes?
Yeah, I was talking to my mate yesterday, and he was talking about like you were saying just before with like the hard drive space and stuff. He was talking about with the PlayStation, PlayStation doesn't have like much space to get like the bigger games on it, so you can only have like a few games on there before you have to like start deleting them. And he was kind of annoyed that he had to like uninstall some of the games to get into like Red Dead Redemption 2 or whatever, because that's like a massive like game to download and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully
on PlayStation, I was like, what? I can download all these games now.
So I don't know, hopefully gaming consoles are able to have more space because I feel that games are gonna they're gonna get bigger and bigger with the amount of space that they use, because obviously they're gonna continue to improve with like graphics. You've got like the open world aspects, so worlds are gonna get bigger and bigger each time, like GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, open world kind of things. So it's obviously going to take up a lot more space when downloading and all that kind of stuff. So I feel that that's where like PC is a lot better in that aspect over consoles, because you can download,
upgrade them as much as you want.
Yeah, and you can upgrade, like you said, and get as much space as you want on your PC, where you can't really like upgrade a PlayStation or whatever to get more storage space on that. Like it's pretty much inbuilt kind of thing. So hopefully consoles are able to down the track just get more space on them for the ever growing freaking downloads of games. So yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see what comes of it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to to go back in these podcasts like 20 years from now and be like, oh, so that's what we were thinking. We were so far off.
Oh, yep. I'll definitely do that then.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I guess. But all right. So, do you have any ghost stories that you want to tell us about?
Oh,
Do you believe in ghosts?
I actually have a fairly recent one,
Oh, really? Okay.
which was really confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was actually a ghost story or if it was just I was really tired and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was just doing I think I was cleaning the cricket enclosure out too.
Mm-hmm.
So, got to keep the crickets healthy. Healthy crickets, healthy scorpions.
Yep.
Anyway, so I noticed the door was open. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just close it. And then I go back to doing what I was doing, and I look back up and the door's open again. And I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically happened a couple more times until I gave up and went to bed.
Yeah, far out. It's not like a creaking door or anything, so when you like closed it, it would like creak open.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, far out. So you've got like some ghost haunting your house currently.
Someone's stalking me.
Yeah.
Some dead person is watching me. That's a good thought for tonight.
So do you believe in ghosts yourself at all, or is it just like something that it's like see to believe?
Yes, I can say I do
Mm-hmm.
in a spiritual sense, I guess.
Yep.
But like I'm a very spiritual Christian family.
Yep.
So yeah, I would say I definitely believe in supernatural and ghosts. Well, not really ghosts, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you had any other like ghost encounters or spiritual happenings?
Not think of it at the top of my head, but sometimes you have like wake up at night and you see like a person standing there in your room, and then you turn on the light and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess it's really not that many things out there that I can think of.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know, it's just like a kind of like interesting thing that I like to hear about with each person, if they've got any cool stories or whatever, because I kind of like listening to that kind of thing.
Yeah, my story's nothing exciting, but you know.
It's still a story. That's it. Who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We should probably wrap this up because I just realized that we've been recording for an hour already.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, we definitely got the time in. So where can oh my god, my dogs. Mr. Piper. So whereabouts can people that are listening, or you know, people from the community find you on social media?
I do have a Twitter, which is at AussieBirb, and I do have Twitch, which AussieBirb, and I do have a YouTube, which is AussieBird, but
yeah.
I don't really use my YouTube yet. I kind of want to make content, but I just don't know where to start.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. What kind of content are you looking at, like making? Just like gameplays, or just like, I don't know. No idea.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I can help you. The way I first started, I just put up I think it was like a montage or something ages ago. And I look back at it now and I'm like, what was I thinking? But like at the same time, it's like, you know, are you really ever like prepared enough to actually start? Like, you have to start somewhere, I guess. But yeah, you'll figure it out, I reckon. And you know, whatever you produce, I'm sure that the community will get behind you and support you anyway.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's been pretty
Hopefully
good.
my content's good enough for that.
Oh, I reckon, yeah. That's your streams and stuff like Pixelmon and your other Minecraft has been pretty cool to just like chill in and watch. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of the podcast. I really do appreciate you for stopping in and being on this episode. It's been good to have you in the community, and it's good to have you in there, and seeing you talk and get to know you a bit better. And it's
definitely good having a chat with you.
It's good to get to know people a bit better.
Definitely,
because I don't know, I haven't like really talked to everybody in the community, and doing these podcasts and stuff is a good way to get to know you guys a lot better.
Occasional message, but other than that, not really that much.
Pretty much. So it's been a good podcast. I really enjoyed having a chat to you, and hopefully the listeners have been enjoying it as well. But thank you so much for being on this episode of the Groupup Podcast. And guys that are listening, go check out his social medias and go follow him. All the stuff will be down below in the description. That's it for us on episode 7 of the Groupup Podcast. Do you have any final words for the listeners?
That's always the hard one, final word. Let those ones be my final words.
Fair enough then. To everybody listening, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the support that you've been giving with the shirt charity and the quantum stuff that we've got going on recently. It's great to see the community get behind. We'll have another episode 8 coming around very soon. So stay tuned for that. But thank you once again, AussieBirb. Thank you all the listeners, and that's it for us on episode 7 of the Groupup Podcast. Have a good one, and we'll see you again very soon. Cheers.